Hey everyone! Today my husband Andrew is going to become the Spider-Man. We're going to do an awesome Spider-Man mask today. This was his choice. so let's get to it. First you're going to need a sponge. This is a pottery sponge which has been cut into quarters. This is a really good size because it fits in the eye socket really nicely and you can make it bigger as needed. I'm going to take my squirt bottle here, which is a little spritzer. I'm going to spritz my sponge and also the cake here. And then you're going to dab all the way inside of it. Now I also like to keep a paper towel on hand for this because if you feel like it's too wet, it's really easy to get these sponges too wet and then it's just going to like smush everywhere when you put it on their face. So I would keep a paper towel on hand for you to dab on to make sure that it's not too wet. I have a pretty good handle on this, so I'm just going to go for it. Like I said, it's always better to be too dry than too wet. So first I'm going to have you close your eyes just like you're sleeping. That's perfect. That's always what I say to the kids because otherwise they scrunch their eyes up really hard and you get a wrinkly Spider-Man. So you're going to start by taking the corner of your sponge and keeping it just on the top eyelid. Don't go underneath the eye. We're just going to keep it on the top of the eyelid. You're going to fill in that little space and you're going to roll up. So just exactly like you would do for a butterfly. You're going to make a triangle. You're going to try and just keep it on the top part of your eye right there. Just like that. It doesn't have to be exactly perfect because they're going to have their eyes open anyway. And I'm going to reload my sponge a little bit. I'm going to do the other side the exact same way. So we're going to do just the tippy top of the eye right there. Roll it out into a triangle. This is going to be Spider-Man's big spider eyes. Alright, we're going to make sure that's even. That's pretty even. A little bit more. Alright, so that's that part. And now you're going to take, I like to use a filbert and my solid red from my kit. You're going to fully load that onto your filbert, which is this fingernail shaped one. This is a Royal and Langnickel brand from Michaels. So load up your filbert. And now we're going to make a web shape all around it pretty much. So this is going to be, there's one point right in the middle. So try and aim kind of like right in the middle of the face. You want the tallest point to be right down the middle. So just like that. And then come back around like that. This is going to be kind of like a crown maybe. And then pull it straight down around those eyes and fill all this in. Now you can use a flat brush for this as well. I've seen a lot of people use that and it works really well. I don't know why I do it with a filbert. It might be slower, but this is what I like to do. So keep loading that up and pull it down. Now around the cheeks, you're going to do another one of these shapes, this web shape. You're going to do 2 bumps and then around to the tip of the nose. So pull it down from the very tip of that shape. This is all straight along here. And then curve it down. 1 bump, 2 bumps, and all around the nostril. So try and go up and around the nostril and then down to the center of the nose like that. And you're going to keep following these lines. You're going to come in a little bit closer on that white that you have, but try not to overlap it too much because it's going to turn pink. And you're going to pull that around. Just trace that whole little shape there and go underneath the eye. Try not to get it too close to the eye, the bottom of the eye there, because it's going to look nicer this way and also it won't be such a pain to take off. You're going to fill in all this space around here and then you're going to do the same shape. Try and match the height of the ones on this side that you've already done. Turn it like that. That's perfect. Pull that down. We're going to go 1, 2, and then up and around. And if they're not exactly perfect, you can adjust them a little bit. But that looks pretty good. And then we're going to fill in the same way that we did the other one. Fill in our eye. Alright. Looking good. Okay, that's where I would ask to do sparkles if they wanted it, but I'm not going to do sparkles on this one. There's enough sparkles in our life, right? Alright, now you're going to take your, this is a number 4 low Cornell with Wolf or Diamond FX black. And this is your outline. So we're going to do, I like to start with the spider in the middle. So to do that, you're going to do a little teardrop press. So you're going to take the pointy end and lay it down gently, and then set the whole rest of the brush down to make a kind of a fat little teardrop. And we're going to do 8 legs for our little spider in the middle. So just pull that up. 2, 3, 4, 2 go up on each side, and then 2 go down. To really make it a spidery effect. Alright, and now we're going to do the rest of our outline by keeping track of these corners. So there's going to be a line coming from almost all of these points, and then also from on the top, these little dips. So the highest point in the top, and then the lowest point in your dip. You're going to do all those lines coming towards the spider. Try and aim them all at the little spider body right there. And then you're going to keep going around your outline. This is a good time to work on your thick to thin lines. It looks really nice if you can get some play on your brush there. Like this line starts off really thin, and then it gets nice and thick around here, and it gets thin again at the bottom. It just gives it a really nice 3D effect. These points at the bottom also have one spider line that comes out, just right from the bottom there, and they're also aiming kind of at that spider in the middle. You go right around those curves. This curve also has one, so like right at the tip of the nostril there, that curve has a spike on it. And then do the other side. Spikes to match the other side. And that's just a flick of the brush. All I'm doing is I'm coming around this curve, I'm setting my brush down there, and then I'm just flicking it up to get that really nice thin line. Flick that up and down towards the tip of the nose. And also there's one spider line right there at the tip of the nose. This one can be a little tricky because people's noses are all shaped really differently, and since it's kind of a rounded area, you want to be really careful to make sure you keep that nice and straight if you can. And then we're also going to use our liner to go right around these eye spider thing. So it doesn't actually go all the way around either. That's a little bit too hard to try and get that nice even line to go all the way around, and you really don't need it because it looks good with just the triangle at the top done. So just flick your brush down and then come around a little bit on that side to do the outline. Same thing on the other side. Flick down. Come right around to maybe like the corner of the eye. You don't have to go around the whole thing. Alright, and then to pretty much finish it off, you're going to fill in where you see these little lines. You're going to connect them with like 2 or 3 little flicks. So try and keep these nice and thin because they're the spider web. Just try and keep them nice and thin and flick them out to connect. I usually do those ones pretty carefully. Then I do about 2 connecting these lines right there, and maybe 2 on the nose. So you don't even need to do a whole lot. You create the effect with just a couple lines like that. To finish this off completely, we're going to take our number 4 low Cornell brush with our Wolf or Diamond FX white. Fully load that up. We're going to give it highlights. So just really take it to the next level to have these little white highlights. Just follow along the black lines that you have along one edge. So if you pick the left side of it, do all of them on the left side or all of them on the right side, whichever you start with. Just like that. Come around your little spider, give them a couple dots. You can do that on most of these little lines that you've flicked up. Just like that, and see what a big effect it has just to add those few little white lines. And then I also like to add every now and then a few dots to give it kind of a spider web effect right there, maybe right along the eyes, maybe one right there, and a couple on the nose. And then that's it. You have it, your awesome Spider-Man face. It's really fast and looks awesome. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching this Spider-Man tutorial. This is a classic. You gotta have a superhero on your board. So if you liked it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any other designs you want to see done, and we'll see you next time.